That is so important to do. So you see all these names. So this, when the doctor gives these diagnoses of these things here at these leaves, they give you a choice. Well, we can give you medication, and if the medication doesn't work, then we can actually, do a procedure, which would mean they're chopping off these leaves to cut it off, right? Wherever it is, whatever the disease is, and so what they don't understand is throughout this biological terrain, this represents the blood flow and the different body systems, right? So if you cut something off here, then later on it's going to show up somewhere else in a different area. And that's what we have to understand. So as a holistic doctor, we go down here, and this is the soil of where the tree actually starts, because, right, the seed had to be put in the ground. And from that seed, this grew this tree, right? So here's the roots right here, getting all the nutrients and all from the soil. So the soil represents of how the constitution of how we are made up of. Do we eat right? Are we made up of fresh, organic fruits, vegetables, the right kind of nutrients that we need? Or are we made up of McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, and all those other stuff? What are we made up of? What are we eating? What are we doing to nourish the roots for this tree? Right? That's nutritional deficiencies. Mental emotional stress would be number one that I would put on there first. Mental emotional stress. How do you manage stress? That is so key. I even had someone come to me just today, and just stressed out from a diagnosis. And I said, you see, I said, you don't even know for sure if that's what it is, but you've been told that it's a possibility. And so now the mind has gone in that direction. So now, in order to reverse that, you got to start looking at yourself in the mirror, and you have to start seeing yourself whole the way God said that you can be whole, that you are healed, and that you have whatever the issue is, whether it's your lungs, kidneys, liver, whatever it is, you can have a new heart, you can have a new lungs, you can have all of that, because God promises that if we do our part, because faith without works is dead. I got to preach that over and over. You will be hearing me say that all the time. Faith without works is dead, because we can sit down and don't do anything different, and don't change our diet, and don't change our lifestyle, and don't change our mental attitude. The attitude, we need an attitude adjustment sometimes, right? If we don't change those things, nothing good can come. Nothing can change for us in our circumstance. It is very, very important, because the mind is a powerful, powerful thing that if you believe something, it can actually come to pass, right? What is faith? Right? Faith is seeing the things that we don't see. I mean, believing for the things that we don't see until we do see it, till it actually comes into existence. So it's the same thing. You can bring great things to your life, or you can bring things that are detrimental to your life as well. So this is very, very, very important. This mental and emotional health. I'm going to say health here. This is important. And then we look at the nutritional deficiencies. We just talked about that. Physical trauma, you know, that could have happened even at birth. Trauma even coming into the world, whatever, throughout life, whatever that is. What did that look like? And how did you deal with that? And how did you heal from that? Or did you ever heal from that? Or is that something we just stuffed down and just were told, don't talk about anything, don't say anything? How did you deal with that? How is that healed? Because this is where our issues in our life are tied to our tissues. And feelings buried alive never die. Eventually, they will show up in the form of any of these things up here. Anything up here, right? So that's very important, that we are dealing with our physical trauma, our emotional trauma, all of that. Things get pushed down and compartmentalized into the subconscious mind, and never got dealt with. Just push it down, and all these emotions come up sometimes, anger, not being able, unforgiveness, those kind of things, because we push these things. We never did it health in a healthy way, dealt with those things, dealt with whatever it was in our life. And that is so important. So all this physical stuff here, all this stuff must be dealt with at this level, and all these levels of the emotional, mental, and the physical have to be dealt with that before things can really happen for you. And then this is the toxic overload. When we wash our hands with just any type of soap that's all chemicals, when we spray things, and we don't use gloves, we touch the bleach, we touching the chemicals, all these things are being absorbed through the skin. Your skin is your largest organ, and it's also your third kidney. So it's very, very important to know, things that we're using on our skin, lotions and different types of things. Are they full of chemicals? Are they these words that we can't even pronounce? We don't even know where they came from. We need to learn to use natural things. We want to smell good. Well, that's what essential oils do. They smell wonderful, and they work with your body and to help you. And you can make you can make lotions with it. You can make hair tonics with it, shampoos, so many things you can do with good, pure essential oils. And we have to get rid of some of this toxic overload. In our foods, there's so much high fructose corn syrup that actually clogs our cells, that causes the insulin resistance. I mean, there's more things that cause insulin resistance, but that is a big factor, that high fructose corn syrup that's about in every packaged food that you can put your hands on has some of it in there. And that's part of the toxic overload. The foods that we eat, the things we put in on our skin, and then even when we're walking out the door or even in our house, whatever is in the air, whatever's in your air conditioned unit, the air ducts, whatever is flowing through the house, that's what's in your lungs. So if there's any type of smell of any type of mold or anything like that, you need to get that checked out, because that is can be very detrimental to your body, to the lungs, and other places. I mean, other organs as well. It's very, very important, especially in the times that we are living right now. We have a lot of chemicals in the air. When you walk out your house, they use Roundup to do the landscaping, and in Roundup there is a chemical called glyphosate, and that is an agent that actually can cause cancer. And when I do scans for people when they come in to see me, I'm able to see all that stuff, and how a lot of it can be way out into the red. And those are things that have to be cleaned up before you can really do any good regimen or take anything to even help whatever the issues are. We got to clean up the toxins in the body. It's so important. So that is very important to know how this constitution is made up, and what are we doing to nourish that constitution. That's very, very important. So here's the ABCs of actual healing. A is to activate, resolve our mental and emotional stress, and thinking positively. Deal with emotions in a constructive way. We were just talking about that. And you say, how do we deal with emotions in a constructive way? Well, you speak affirmations. You speak the opposite of what you feel. Let's say, I'm depressed. Nothing's going right. Everything's coming down around me, all this stuff. No, you want to speak, I am my life is changing the way it should. I am learning from my past as I move into my future, so that my future will be successful, um, prosperous, all those things you want to speak. You have to speak that. because so a man thinketh, so is he. And that is why we got to be constantly casting down those negative thoughts, those negative feelings that come to us all on a daily basis. It's so easy to give into those feelings. Trust me. I know. But you could be walking around doing so good one day, and then next day it's like wham. It's like, God, what happened? What is going on? But we have to constantly be casting down those imaginations, those thoughts, those voices that come to tell us the wrong things. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. And that means that God made us in such a way that we have that ability, the body has the ability to heal itself. We can come out of these depressions. We can come out of all these emotions if we just know how to express and to speak life. Speak life. We don't want to speak death over ourselves. We always want to speak life. If people come around you that's speaking negative, then you got to set a boundary, because we have to protect our heart, the gate to our heart all the time. We have to protect that. So I don't deal with a lot of negativity. I just cannot do it anymore. I used to, and I used to take it all in, take in people's feelings, and listen, and just it became too much. And now I teach people how to change how they think, what they say, those kind of things. And if they don't want to do it, then I can only lead you to the water. I can't make you drink it. So, moving on. So, we want to deal with those emotions in a constructive way. And B, to build the cells, eat a healthy diet, and use appropriate herbs and supplements. Because of the where we are in where we are in life right now, we have to supplement. We do not get the full nutrients that back in the day. Everything was organic. We weren't looking for organic food. We just went to the farm, and we are to the side of the road a lot of times, and they sold, you know, the farmers sold the produce and things, so we could just go pick it, and we knew it was organic because we knew they picked it right at the time that it was, very nutritious and very healthy at that time. But now we get everything from these major supermarkets, and so they pick it way before it's had time to actually reach its full potential to give us the nutrients that we need. So, because remember, it doesn't just come to the supermarket first. It's picked, it's whatever it's done, then it's taken to a warehouse, then out for distribution. So they pick it a lot sooner than it would be able to help us. So yes, it's nutritious, but what I'm saying is that it does not have the potential of healing like back in the day, of those full of chock full of nutrients and vitamins and minerals. It's very hard to get that. So it's very important that we supplement, that we take some herbs and different supplements, some vitamins that we need, those kind of things. And C is to cleanse. Keeping those channels of elimination working at all times is very, very important. If we, I think I said this last week, but if you're eating 3 meals a day, then you must be eliminating 3 times a day. Because if you're not doing that, let's do the math with that real quickly. 3 meals a day times 7 days, that's 21 meals. And if you've only eliminated 1 time for the day, then you've only eliminated 7 meals for the week, and you've left 14 meals in the colon, which is the waste receptacle. And that's like, that's a lot. And then you start next week doing the same thing. Nothing ever changes. So as time goes on, the colon starts to stretch, and the walls get thin, and they become permeable. And what does that mean? That means they become so thin that the waste can literally start seeping into the bloodstream. This is where we get leaky gut. This is what happens here at Leaky Gut. They got names for everything, but I'm just here to tell you how it happens and what we can do to change it. How do you change that? Well, we got to keep that colon clean. We have to eat the right things, take some enzymes to help break down the food, and not to eat so much foods that would clog up the colon, mucus forming foods, sticky stuff, breads, water and flour make paste. I said that last week, and it gets gummed up and stuck up in the colon. It's so important that we are drinking a lot of water, at least 2 liters a day to drink of water, of good water, so that you can be flushing and thinning out that mucus in the body so they can start moving. Water is, like a river moves. So water helps to thin out that thick stuff and helps dilute stuff so they can move and push things out. Very, very important. So here's some of the tools for activating your health. Freeing up, we activate healing by helping to free up the life energy of life force so that it can flow freely through our body. We got to get rid of self-defeating beliefs, negative mental attitudes, stuffed emotions, constant stress that can undermine our health. That it just can. They can also keep us from taking steps to do other things to improve our health. When a person is depressed, sometimes you just have all these thoughts. Somebody said something to you, and you're thinking all these things, negative things just start coming. Isn't it funny how all the negative things come so easily, but the positive things is so hard? You have to really work towards saying these positive affirmations to overcome. But guess what? We are overcomers, and you can overcome by by your testimony, by what you say, by what you speak. It's so important. And I hope you're getting that understanding that is so important. So this is a placebo effect, means the very existence of the placebo effect suggests that beliefs play an important role in healing. So a person's attitude and emotional state can speed up or slow down and inhibit the healing process. Activating healing is accessing the aspect of ourselves that make placebo effect possible. So there was this lady, and this is a true story. There was this lady, and she went into the doctor because she was having pain, and they found out that she had gallbladder cancer of the gallbladder. But her daughter told the doctor, said, please, can you just not tell her? And it was against everything that he believed. He wanted to tell her. But she begged him. She said, she's going to live her life out, whatever. He never told her. And so she went along, took some medicine, did some things, changed her diet because she knew something was wrong, but she never knew it was that. Changed her diet, began to change her attitude, had a great attitude, and went back and was healed. That cancer was healed. Right? But if he might have told her, sometimes we take that as a sentence, right? But we shouldn't take diagnosis as a sentence. We need to take that as a warning, saying, hello, the body needs some help here. The body's asking for help. And then we need to find out, what do we need to do for that help? It's not, let me tell you, I believe in the medical field. Yes, I do. I want to say that I do believe in them, that they have their place to help get things stabilized. But I'm going to tell you, they can only do so much. They can only do their part. And if we don't do our part, then you're going to go on a spinning like a spiral. You cannot just do the same things that you're always doing, have always done, and expect a different result from a pill or a procedure. It just cannot. Just can't happen. So everything has to change. Now this is 100%, 100%, 100%, this importance of sleep. And we Americans, we don't get it. We don't get sleep here. I mean, we work, and we sleep a little here, sleep a little there. That's the biggest complaint I get with people, is the sleep deprivation. It's absolutely critical in to our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Absolutely critical. The lack of sleep can contribute to fatigue, weight gain, reduced immunity, nervous system disorders like anxiety, depression, as well as other physical problems. And the average person needs 8 to 9 hours of sleep per night. but are only getting 6 to 7. And even the 6 to 7, you're waking up in the night. A lot of people tell me that they have to get up in the night, whether to go to the bathroom or whatever. So this is very, very important. How do we achieve? This has been the biggest thing for people, is how do they achieve a good night's sleep? Isn't that something? Because all the stress and all the, you know, we were not created to have all the stress that we put on ourselves. We just weren't created for that. And we have to learn how to manage that. And I'm telling you, we're going to go through here learning to manage the stress. All of us, everyone, if you're alive and breathing and moving and whatever, we all will experience difficulties, problems, setbacks, losses, and other challenges in life. But these things have to be, do not mean we have to become emotionally stressed. We have to learn how to ride it. We either in life we're either going getting ready to go through something, or we're in the middle of going through something, or we're actually coming out of something. That's just the cycle of life. That's just what it is. And you just have to know how to ride it out. You have to ride some things out. And sometimes it's so hard. So hard. So that's when we have to have inner peace and know God, because he is our shepherd, and the Holy Spirit is our guide, and he will guide us through it all. We just have to be patient, and we have to be praying. So our resistance to them and our beliefs cause them to become stressful. All these issues, right? And so we can learn to manage these things in ways that don't create excessive stress. Now, these are some products I put on here, because this is a sunshine hour that I do via Zoom. So these are some things that help deal with stress. This anxious list, I'm telling you, when this hit the market a couple years ago, well, it was before the pandemic. So when the pandemic hit, you couldn't even get this. It was off the shelf, off the chart with this. This is a really good herbal supplement that helps anxiety. Even if the anxiety is off the roof, this helps to just bring everything into like a calm feeling. NutriCalm helps to feed the nervous system with both vitamin B's and vitamin C as well. And the stress remedy is a flower essence. One night I'm going to talk about flower essence that helps deal on the emotional level, helps a person stay calm and grounded in crisis situation. Meditation, it is important, but however you meditate, that's how you do it. But meditation is the practice of learning to be quiet, to quiet the mind down, it helps to reduce stress, and it can use to promote greater overall health and well-being. Meditation is when you pray to God. We talk to God, right? We pray. But when we sit down and we just stay calm and get quiet, meditate on whatever it is, a word that you might have read that morning, or whatever it is, an affirmation, that meditation is quieting the mind so that you can literally hear God, what he's saying to you. We go through life fast, fast, fast. We pray, then you say you don't hear from God. But God is always talking to us. But do we take the time to just shut down everything, shut down our mind and everything, so that we can hear what he's saying to us, where he's guiding us? I tell you, I could not be here today in front of you, or even doing what I do, if I did not hear from him. And I feel way out of sorts if I get all busy, 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 and I don't take time to quiet myself to hear what is God saying. Do I go in this direction? What do I do? Or do I stand still? Whatever. I want to know that I'm following what he's telling me to do. And so meditation is very important for that. So you have to take meditation what that means for you, but that's what it means for me. Positive mental attitude, right? Having a positive mental attitude helps maintain health and aid to healing. I'm telling you, back in 2015, I think I said this story last last week again, but I want to say it again. When a person wants to live and they can literally see themselves with a new set of lungs, new set of whatever, the liver, a new kidney, a new heart, when you can literally see that and visualize that, do you understand? That's powerful. And that you can actually obtain that. That's with the faith in God, because they said that the liver has the ability to regenerate itself. Well, if the liver has that ability, God didn't make just the liver to regenerate itself. God created all the cells to regenerate themselves. But we have to believe it. What keeps us, I, you know, as I went on this journey with people who had the abnormal cells, cancer, whatever, um, some made it, some got healed, and some did not. And the ones that did not, it hurt me so bad, because when I first was into this back in 15, 16, I said, God, what is going on? Why, I'm doing everything I know to do. And he told me, I heard the Holy Spirit tell me, it's not about you. And I said, I know it's not about me. It's about you, you know, because you are the great physician. This, I prayed for these people, interceded, all this stuff. He said to me that people can tie my hands from reaching out to help them because of unforgiveness, because of their thoughts, negative, all these things. These things can prevent God from stepping in. And so we never want to be in that position. And I know this is not a religious program, but I don't do anything with, I'm a minister of health. That's what I do. And so this is very, very important, because it all comes together, because he is the great physician. But we don't even allow him to be the great physician. We just say a prayer, say, "Oh God, heal my heart. Oh God, heal my knees. I can't walk on them because I drink Coke and Pepsis and all that every day, and the acid just literally eating up all the cartilage and all that. But please heal it." We can't do things like that. But this is what we do, and so it's so important to understand we want help, but we have to look at it in a holistic way, helping ourselves, right? Because let me tell you, people can dig their grave right with their fork. Digging our graves with our fork, one bite at a time. That's what we do. And we got to change that. We got to. It is a work. It's not easy. Can I tell you that this journey of called life, if you want to live it and live it well, it's not easy. It's not easy. So when we get stressed out and we want to go eat the wrong things, you've got to change the thought pattern, change those things that cause the stress. Go out and take a little, even a short walk. Take a walk, breathe in the air, talk to God. When I do take walks, um, I spend that time just talking to God. Before you know it, I've walked a far way. But I enjoy more riding a bike than I do walking. But whatever it is that you enjoy to do, you need to get outside and do and breathe in the air and learn to breathe. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff on these programs. So I'm just kind of putting it out here about this positive mental attitude. We need to do that. So we need a positive attitude is one that focuses on the thoughts about what you desire or want. What do you want to get out of this life? Not where you are right now. Believe that you can achieve it, because you can. And this is the pleasure prescription. That's the only prescription that I would give somebody, is a pleasure prescription. That means massage, whatever you like to do. Go to the spa, taking Epsom salt bath, taking time, light a candle, deep breathing, just enjoy to listen to some beautiful music, soft, relaxing music, and just do something that you love to do, whatever that is. That is so important. That's so important. God doesn't want us stressed out and sad and depressed and all. He does not. That's not His design for us. He does not. That is not His design for us at all. Because we have the rights to be we are more than conquerors. And if we're the head and not the tail, why should we walk around here acting like we are the tail and that we're under and not above? We got to change the whole. We could say it. You could go run around the church and jump over pews if you want to, and that's okay too. But if we are not practicing those things, right? I am an overcomer. I am above and not beneath. Then it doesn't do any good just to say it. We have to believe it, and we have to live it, and we have to walk it out every day. So, yes, this is what I was saying right here. These are some beautiful things, pleasure ideas. Um, just getting a sport that you might like to do, just whatever it is that you love to do. Just try to take time for yourself to do that. This is my little recipe for Epsom salt baths. I make clients do that, especially when they come see me for treatments. I have them do this too at home. Emotional healing work. This is the process of freeing up stuck or blocked emotions to release tension and to remove triggers in the person's personality. And this can have a powerful effect on physical health. One day I'm going to have someone give a testimony about that, of how that they literally just the matters of the heart were so cumbersome in the heart that it was affecting the blood flow, was affecting the blood pressure very low, low, low. They were operating in a very low frequency. And because they were operating in a low frequency, things were happening to them. They were actually attracting things happening to them. And when they learned how to free and to release these things, these emotions, you would never, when I first met the person and see her today, you would never ever think anything was ever wrong with her, ever. But she's going to give her story one day. And so it is so true that these emotions are in our organs and need to be released, tension, tightened up, um, like high blood pressure. And we're going to have a whole thing about that, about high blood pressure. But I want to just say that not everybody is equal as far as when it comes to high blood pressure, right? And so, but the doctors do give the same medicine. And this one person could be a reason there's so much stress going on in their life that the pressure medicine can't even bring it down, can't even bring that blood pressure down. So they go back to the doctor 3 months later, 90 days, get the blood work, get the blood pressure. Oh, Miss Smith, your blood pressure's still high, still high. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you another medicine to help with this medicine. And like Miss Smith goes on, da 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 da, same thing, stress at home, whatever. That's not getting to the root of the problem. That is trying to medicate a problem that cannot fix until you get rid of the root of the issue. That's so important. Whatever it is that's causing that stress needs to be dealt with, and then I can almost 100% tell you that blood pressure would normalize itself. If we just get rid of those triggers, those stressors. So important. Flower essence is another great thing, and essential oils to use for emotional healing. It's what I use in my practice. I believe in the flower essence. I believe in aromatherapy, lifting up. When you breathe in this oil, even tonight, please get your oils if you don't have any, because I'm going to do this every week when we open up, just so that you can really see and feel when you breathe in these oils how your mind just kind of shifts and just like everything is gone, and it kind of lifts your spirit up so that you can be in the present moment and hear what's going on and kind of focus on what's going on in the present moment. So these are some things about essential oils. Um, it enhances the mental, emotional, can ease depression, reduce. Not saying that this alone can cure depression. Not saying this can ease depression, reduce anxiety, aid sleep, and promote a more calm state of mind. Right? But a lot of times, I'm not minimizing that. Whatever, the depression is real. Absolutely, it is real. And there is times it needs medication, absolutely 100. Yes. But a lot of times people are running, running, running and getting on medications when they haven't even tried to drink some water to help with headaches. Um, haven't even tried to even express themselves, haven't even tried any of the natural things. They just go straight to that. And a lot of times, so medications do a few things. They oppress the situation, depress the situation, right? And they've never can really heal anything. And so we have to take what is native to the body, what is native to the organ, native to the brain cells, all those things, what's native, meaning what is it that we need that the body can take in as substance, as what it needs so that it can regenerate in the right way and get into a balance in the right way, regenerate cells. The body is regenerating cells all the time, but are we regenerating weaker cells or are we regenerating stronger cells? And that's the question. It depends on all these things that we're talking about tonight will determine how the cells are regenerated. That's very, very important. Um, and these aromatherapies, like I said, you can make your own, all these things, perfumes, diffuse it in the air. Mine's diffusing right now in my office. Every day mine is diffusing. You can use it in your baths or soaks, all that kind of stuff. Very good stuff. And these are the flower essences that are homeopathic like remedies made from flowers. Isn't that beautiful? Made from flowers to aid in clearing emotional blocks. Can you imagine that God knew when He created the plants and the flowers? It wasn't just for the beauty, but when you smell certain flowers, man, you just feel so good. Feel just to smell it, right? But if you extract that oil, extract it, the very essence from that flower, boy, I'm telling you, that is some real healing going on right there. It helps to bring up some emotions. I work with this flower essence therapy with people, and they're like, I'm telling you, it is something about it. It's changed how I think, changed, this girl came to me and she couldn't get a job. She was feeling depressed, feeling all out of sorts, just so much going on with her. And I told her, I said, we have to work with the emotions before we can even address the physical things. And so I started working with her for a couple weeks. And can I tell you, she couldn't get a job. And that was a story. And of course, I prayed with her, but I worked on those emotions so that she could call that job to her, so that she could lift up in that subconscious mind and be free and open. So when she see the job come, she wouldn't walk past it. See, sometimes we have opportunities come to us, but if we don't walk through the door, if we don't even see the door, we can't even walk through it, right? And so this helping to open her mind and her heart and how she felt. And I just thought that was so amazing. And she called me, she says, I'm telling you, she said, whatever it is you're doing, I got this job. It came to me and da 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 da. And I was like, wow, that's beautiful. That's amazing. Praise God, for that. But this is all the time. This goes on all the time. And I'm just so excited. I love my job because I see the phenomenal changes in people and just their mind shift, the shift in the mind. I know that once their mind is changed, everything can change because everything starts with a decision, right? And these are some of the flower essence deals with the fear, anxiety, this open heart here. Oh my goodness, this open heart. Any of you all know people who are hoarders that don't can't let go of anything, those kind of things, or very hard, like rigid toward people? This open heart, I'm telling you, is like a miracle. You start giving a person this open heart, and I'm telling you, they'll start letting things go. They will let it go. I don't know how. I can't tell you the chemistry, and I cannot tell you exactly. All I can tell you is that these things work on the emotions, and start changing people. I've seen it over and over again. It's a beautiful thing. So then we need to build good health. This body requires nutrition in order to build healthy structures and maintain normal functions. So it's very critical that, um, I'm so sorry. Good nutrition is absolutely critical to health and must come primarily from diet. And only, we can't just get it through supplements. You got to get it through diet too. Diet is the key for everything. So whether you take medications, nothing wrong with it. Whether you take medications or you take supplements, herbal supplements, you still have to eat right. You still have to get good nutrition in. And I was saying last week, and that'll be another episode speaking on the blood type, how important that is. Um, and because I'll ask people um, when they're saying how they feel, the gut or whatever, what's your blood type? As soon as they tell me, if they know the blood type, I can pretty much tell you what you're eating that has caused the issues of what's going on with you. And a lot of times they don't know, so I do the blood type testing right here in my office as well. So we know right away, and then I teach them how to um, download this app that is the Blood Type Diet app. Absolutely phenomenal, and it helps you to eat those beneficial foods and those neutral foods, and to try to stay away from all those avoids for the blood type. I'm telling you, people see tremendous changes in their health, even in 2 weeks, that have been dealing with things for 20 years. And in 2 weeks, they already see digestion changing, all these things starting to turn around. So, just that's very, very important. So, and we like, this one diet does not fit all. So, um, everybody has needs. Everybody has, it's just different things for different people. But that blood type diet is a rule for everyone, does work for everyone. So we need to eat foods are as whole and natural as possible, avoiding highly processed foods, especially loaded with the chemicals. Eat fresh foods, especially fruits and vegetables, when they are in season. That's important, to eat our fruits and vegetables that are in season. So we're in the fall right now, so a lot of squash, pumpkin, those kind of things is really good. Different types of squash for the fall is very good at this time, and that's why I like to go to the farm. We have a farm not too far from here, and I like to go there and get my vegetables and things there, because in season. So we want to eat nutritionally dense foods rather than empty calories. Do you know, if you eat right and you eat the right vegetables and those kind of things, that you will feel full faster? Like if you eat a nice salad, to eat the right, not with a whole bunch of stuff on it though. Just eat a nice simple salad. Do you know you will feel full very fast than if you were to go eat at the drive-through? You eat a whole meal, triple size, big size, whatever it is, meal, and you still feel hungry. That, because that is an empty calorie foods. Your body is still saying, I'm hungry. I didn't know what that was you gave me. I'm hungry. The body's still nutritionally hungry. So that's the key. That's the difference of, I know you know what I'm talking about. If going to eat out, at a fast food, you don't get the quality. There's no calories in there. I mean, there's no nutrition in that. So your body is not receiving it like that. So we want to eat the best quality food that we can afford. And, food should be our medicine. And And medicine should be our food. It's very important to understand that. First, eat right, change some things before we go out and try and have to go, you know, go to the drastic and get on all these things. So we want to upgrade the diet from poor quality food to a higher quality of food. Doing these things right here will save you. It may cost a little more, but it will save you in the long run. Because let me tell you, this right here, type of stuff here, and you know the word that comes up every time, diabetes and all of that, that is not an easy situation. Okay, that is a road, that is a long road, like a downhill spiral if we do not get in front of it and change some things, because diabetes is something that is like an autoimmune disease that actually attacking and breaks down the tissues at a cellular level, breaking down different organs and things like that, cutting off circulation to extremities, those kind of things. So we can't just go get a pill or a shot, the the insulin, whatever, and just keep eating this way. It just will not work. It just won't be a good thing. It won't be a good end at all. So it's very, very important that we take authority over this body if you want to keep it and you want to live long. I mean, we're not going to live forever, but while we're living, we want quality of life over quantity any day. If God allows me to be here when I'm 80, 90, well, guess what? I want to know that I'm here. And I want to know that I'm still doing what He's called me to do. I don't want to be sitting in a rocking chair somewhere and don't even know where I am. But this kind of stuff will put your brain to that, would cause things like that. So, very, very important. That's why I'm saying higher quality food. Yes, it may be a little more expensive, but guess what? The long run results is what's important. Yeah, we were talking about that. Food's low. Yes, we talked about that. So, so many modern foods have low vitamins and mineral content because of the way they're grown, and so the need for extra nutrition is to help the body detoxify from chemicals. We just have so much chemicals in our bodies now that we didn't used to have. And these are some products that are really good, but I don't recommend. I'm just putting that up. This was a class I did a while back, and so that's why that's up there. But I like to talk to a person, know your needs, and help you get on the right path for your health. So these are just some ideas here, not to say go out and get all these things. No, I like to talk to you and give you an understanding of what's right for you and what you should be avoiding and what you should be doing. But cleansing, very, very important. And watch all these toxins in the household cleaning products, because you're breathing them in, right? And also avoid foods that cause allergic reactions and GMOs. And GMOs, right? Genetically modified organisms. And what is that? That's taking out the seed, taking away the seed. Mm-mm-mm. And we need to eliminate some of these allergen foods. For a blood type O, this wheat, corn, and dairy, that's like setting a match on the gasoline to start the fire. So we got to be careful. And some of these on the blood type A, the same thing. This right here. So different things that are problems for some people and might not be a problem for some people. Mm-hmm. So we just got to be careful of this GMO stuff. Try to stay away from all that stuff. So this is essential right here. I've only got 4 minutes. I'm getting ready to go out here, close with this. So fasting is a great way to give the digestive system, all the organs, everything, time to rest and to detoxify, right? It's very beneficial to fast on a regular basis, meaning maybe once a month do a good, 4 to 5 day cleanse, and drink your water. I'm not saying just don't, you got to drink your water. You can do fruits, you can do juicing, things like there's many ways to fast. So there's a fast to fit every lifestyle, whether you have issues, whether you're on medications, there are ways to fast. There are definitely ways, and I'd love to share it with you. So we're going to talk more about fasting later. These are juice fasting, elimination fasting, and all those kind of things. So um, I know that my phone number is up on the screen. I know if you all would like to call me to ask me any questions, I'd love to answer your calls. I'm never out of words to tell you and things to teach you, but I am about 2 minutes of up. My time will be up. So um, I want to help you. These are just some things to get on some cleanses. I'm just go through this here. So that's the end of that. So different cleanses for different people, right? So not all cleanses for everybody, and that's another thing. And there's ways that you can create your own and make it out of, juicing or whatever. There's many, many, many ways to cleanse. Okay, and that's why I like to speak to individuals one on one, and I do Zoom consultations as well, and I do one on one. So if you're not here in Maryland and you're out of state, please call me, text me. My number is 240-695-6677, and we can set up a consultation, a Zoom consultation. All right. And I pray for everyone on the line. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something tonight. And we will be back on next week, same time, same station. Thank you all so much. God bless you all. We are out of time. So I will see you next week. Thank you.